morning, my friends. Today I am bringing you the second video in a series of what I think is going to be 3 videos about how I menu and meal plan. Last week I brought to you my general concept for doing it, how I look at the whole month, kind of plan out dinners for the whole month based on what we're doing, our activities, what's going on. And today I'm going to show you how I take that month and break it down into a week. So if you like the last video, I hope you'll like this one, and let's get started on this menu plan. Okay, so what I have in front of me is my blank menu planner, and you know you can always print out these from my website absolutely free. I have several different ones on there to choose from. Find one that works for you. And if you have any other ideas for printables, please let me know. I have a good time creating them. And I have my March calendar that we did in last week's video. And I also have grocery lists, which you can also print out on my website. So the first thing I do is fill in all the dinners because the dinners are already done. So I'm going to turn off the camera and fill those in because Lord knows you don't need to see me sit and write. Okay, so I have all of my dinners filled in from my monthly menu. Then what I do is, see, dinner is the most important meal to me because it's usually when we can sit down and eat as a family, and I don't know, I enjoy cooking. I like dinner. So that's where I spend most of my points on. So I always put that in first, and then I can work my day around that. So I look, okay, Sunday, I'm filming a collaboration. It's a fast food dupe slash makeover. I don't want to talk about what I'm making because that takes away the mystery of the collab. So I know it's going to be probably about 8 points in my head. So I'm like, okay, well, that's 8 points. So what am I going to eat the rest of the day to stay within my 23 points? Do I want to stay low? Do I want to stay high? What do I want to do? Now, we have on Sunday, we are marching in a parade. Actually, I'm not marching. I'm herding the kids that are marching in the parade at 1 o'clock. So that's right at lunchtime. So I know on Sunday, I'm just going to put a question mark for lunch. We will probably have some sort of picky plate or something when we get home from that. I don't worry too much about it. There's always something I can grab. But breakfast, that's the first Sunday of the month, so it is breakfast day at the church. I am probably not going to go because I will be getting stuff ready for the parade and the kids and everything. So I'm going to have breakfast at home. And not knowing what the day is going to bring, I want to keep it kind of low, but also kind of filling. So I'm going to have French toast in a mug. And for now, I'm not going to bother writing all the points. I write the points for all 3 plans just because of YouTube and my website. And I'm going to have some fruit with that. And I know for me on blue, the French toast in a mug is 2 points. So 2 points for that, and then I'm figuring between 8 and 10 for dinner. So I know I have wiggle room for lunch, or even if I want something like a little treat at the parade, like split a soft pretzel with Doug or something and call that my lunch, I have the points for it. And then on Monday, I have a very low point dinner planned. The lemon dill cod, that was a recipe that Tamsin Darlin had sent me, and it looked really good, so I decided to make that. But it's really low point. My whole dinner for a beautiful piece of cod and some steamed parsley potatoes is only going to be 4 points. So I know I can go a little higher. Now, generally, I try to stay pretty good on Monday when it comes to my points and sodium intake and stuff because I do have weigh-in on Tuesday. But I want to do some breakfast prep. That's really the only meal I do a head prep with. And Doug had asked me to make some egg bites this week. He's missing some egg bites. So I'm going to make those on Sunday. So on Monday, I know I'll have egg bites because that'll be prepped. And I like to throw some meat in with it, so I'll throw some bacon in. Tuesday, I'm going to have the same thing, some eggs and probably some sausage. It makes 14 egg bites. Doug will take 4 each day and I will eat 3 each day. So it works out perfectly. And I also had a request from my niece for some pineapple upside down cake pancake muffins. So Tuesday night, I'll probably make those. So we'll have those on Wednesday and Thursday. So just write those in. And then on Friday, because it's Friday during Lent, and one of the things that my husband and I do as a Lenten sacrifice is we fast every Friday. We just eat one full meal, which is dinner, so I don't have to worry about breakfast or lunch on Friday. And then on Saturday, as of right now, the only thing we have, we'll be at church most of the weekend, but we don't have to be there until noon, so we'll have time to have breakfast at home. But knowing we're going to have dinner at church and knowing it's probably going to be high point, I'm going to have a really light breakfast point-wise. So, you know, for me on Blue, eggs are 0, so I'm going to have eggs, and then I'm going to have some Canadian bacon. So I will have a beautiful 1-point breakfast. Planning that, knowing that I'm going to have a high point dinner. Now, on Saturday, like I said, we're going to be at church, so I'm thinking ahead. High point dinner, low point. We just bring like a snack to eat during our little break. I'll just take something 0 point. I'm going to make a little bento box picky plate. It's my picky plate to go. So I'm going to do some hard-boiled egg. I'll do some chicken. I'll get a rotisserie chicken probably this week, and some veggies and some fruit. Nice 0 points. It'll hold me until we have our dinner at about 6:30. So then, you know, I look back. Tuesday is my weigh-in day. So, I'm sorry, Monday I didn't do lunch. Monday, you know, like I've said before, I struggle with lunch. I'm not a big lunch person. So I'm probably going to do a picky plate on Monday. And I'm going to mix it up and do shrimp cocktail with it. And probably some cheese, fruit, and veggies. Sometimes I do raw veggies. Sometimes I do roasted veggies. Just depends on what I feel like prepping and making. Tuesday, every Tuesday, I just have a little salad for lunch because I weigh in at 6 o'clock. Wednesday, you know, I look to see how many points I'm having for the rest of the day. And Wednesday's going to be kind of a high point dinner. We're having chicken, bacon, and spinach pasta in a creamy Parmesan sauce. So for me, on the Blue plan, it is 10 points. I forgot to write the green plan was 12 points. That's my average dinner usually, and then salad for 1 point. And like I said, I like to spend more points on dinner, and I love, there's nothing better to me than pasta and meat and veggies and bacon and a cream sauce. So, you know, I'm okay with 11 points for dinner. I know there's a lot of people that would freak out, and I get that. And, you know, your journey is your own, and you have to do what you are comfortable with. But, you know, knowing that I'm having an 11-point dinner, my breakfast on Wednesday for the pineapple upside down cake pancake muffins is 3 points. My lunch on Wednesday, I think I'll have egg salad. I love me some egg salad. And for me on Blue, it's only 1 point for the mayonnaise. I'm going to have it on a bagel. Me on the Blue plan, a homemade bagel is 3 points. And then I'll have some fruit and veggies with it. So, beautiful 4-point lunch. So, I managed to have a beautiful chicken, bacon, spinach pasta in a creamy Parmesan sauce, 3 pineapple upside down cake pancake muffins, and an egg salad sandwich. And I'm still under my 23 points a day. This is what I love about this plan. If you just plan out a little bit, there's nothing you can't have. Like, I'm amazed at the people who think you have to eat baked chicken and steamed vegetables. You don't. Just a little bit of planning, and you can have beautiful, delicious food that is going to keep you going. If you're eating boiled chicken and steamed vegetables every day, you're not going to keep going. So, the last day I have is Thursday, and let's see, it's like a 9-point dinner ish for me. So and a 3-point breakfast. That's still 11 points left, so I can play with that. Do I want to have a little bit of a higher point lunch? Do I want to, roll over points, which actually I am really trying to do this week, just to cover myself for the pizza night on Friday night at church and the couple's dinner Saturday night at church. So yes, I am trying to roll over some points, so I am trying to keep it a little bit low. So Thursday, I think I'll do another picky plate, but I'm going to do the bacon wrapped chicken bites. I love those so much. And then I'll just add to my picky plate. I'll add some cheese. I'll add maybe an egg. Maybe I'll add some fruits and veggies. Whatever I have in the freezer, sometime or in the fridge. Sometimes there's a little bit of rice left over. I'll throw some rice on there for a nice complex carb. Whatever it is to keep me going. So that is how I come up with my menu for the week. Now, the big question I get all the time, snacks. What do you do for snacks? Well, I'm not a huge snacker. And if I do have snacks, I want to try to keep it something that's going to fuel me. Because if I snack on something like a little bag of chips or a little bag of, Cheez-Its or something, for me, they always leave me wanting more. But if I snack on something like one of the 3-point bags of nuts, the individual nuts I get from Aldi, and let me tell you, I need to buy them in individual bags because I cannot be trusted with a can of nuts or a bag of nuts. I cannot be trusted. So I like the little individual bags. If I have something like that, even though it looks like a smaller snack, that satisfies me more than, say, a little bag of chips or a pudding or something like that. I think it just gives me the more fuel that I need. And I really feel my body needs fuel. I work out in the morning. I do HIIT training. I run. And that's what I put down here in my notes. I make my little schedule. Do I always stick to it? Nope. Not even a little bit. Sometimes it's perfect. Sometimes it's not. But that's okay. Sometimes I get up and I don't feel like running. I just don't feel like it. So I'll switch it over to HIIT training and run the next day. And that's the beauty. You can tailor things to fit you. Don't do something you don't like to do just because you feel like you should be doing it. Tailor it. You don't want to run? Don't run. Walk. You don't want to do HIIT training? Don't. Do yoga. Tailor it to fit what you love. So, right here, I just put my exercise for the week. I used to rest on Sundays, but now that we are fasting on Fridays, I try to rest on Fridays because it's very tough to burn, 1,000 calories before 7 a.m. and then not eat until dinner time. So I just kind of sketch out what I would like to do for the week, and I don't put times, I don't put amounts, I don't put miles, just a general HIIT, run. And I like to mix it up. I don't like to keep, I don't like to say, well, every Monday I'm going to run. Well, every Tuesday I'm going to do this. I like to mix it up a little. So that is how I take my monthly calendar and translate it to my weekly calendar. It works for me. I love having a plan. I love knowing what I'm going to eat. Oh, I was talking about snacks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, snacks. So anyway, I really only try to snack on fruits, veggies, and like nuts, or sometimes maybe a tablespoon of peanut butter, something like that. Something that's really going to fuel me and keep me warm. Keep me warm? Keep me full. I'm sitting here with my cup of tea because I'm a little bit cold. Because I find, for me, if I eat like the processed chips or the crackers or stuff, it keeps me wanting more. They may fill you up and they may keep you satisfied, and that is fantastic. You have to do what works for you. For me, it just doesn't work because I just want more. So, and also during Lent, one of the things that we have given up, that we're sacrificing for Lent, is snacking and eating between meals. We're trying to just make our meals, healthy and filling and satisfying, so we don't have to eat in between. Because for us, I've talked about our faith before and what we do, and for us, Lent is supposed to hurt a little bit. It's supposed to be a little bit of a sacrifice. So that is why one of the things we choose not to do is eat between meals. If we get a little hungry, that's okay. We know we have another meal coming. We are blessed in the fact that we know where our next meal is coming from. So anyway, that is how I translate my monthly menu into my weekly menu and how I plan out my days to be successful on WW. Does it work 100% of the time? Absolutely not. But I am a girl with a plan, and when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So there you have it, how I translate my monthly menu into my weekly menu. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it with someone you know if they are struggling with a menu or just need some help and guidance with making a menu plan. It's my passion. I love to do it. And share it at your WW meeting, wherever it is you feel that it could help someone. If you haven't already joined my community, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And on Fridays, that I always upload my weekly menu and grocery haul, so be on the lookout for that. You will see this full menu with points tomorrow on my channel. And I think that's about it. So, and look for the third video in this series coming next week. It is one that has been asked for quite often, so I am finally going to do it. And that is it. Thank you once again for being the best subscribers on the planet and always supporting me when I have good days and good weeks and bad weeks. I really appreciate it and love y'all. Thank you.